Northern Trust under fire for not only sponsoring a golf tournament last week, but for what happened off the course. In fact, check this out. The website TMZ.com reporting details of the bank's lavish itinerary for clients and employees. It included a private dinner in an airport hangar, rented out, of course, and a private concert with Sheryl Crow. The bank, by the way, received $1.6 billion from the Treasury in November and laid off 4% of its workforce in December. Now, in a statement today, Northern Trust says, quote, the Northern Trust Open is an integral part of Northern Trust's global marketing activities, focusing on retaining and growing business with existing clients and attracting new clients. This is the second year Northern Trust is sponsoring the Open as part of a 5-year contract signed in the fall of 2007, certainly when times were a bit better. Still, Congressman Barney Frank is demanding the bank give it all back, and Senator John Kerry says he will introduce a bill to, quote, end the extravagant spending practices of U.S. banks. Peter Tootin is a risk management expert from Keene Business Risk Management Solutions, and Dan Mitchell is a senior fellow from the Cato Institute. Gentlemen, great to have you with us.
Melissa, good afternoon.
Dan, let's start it off with you. Is there any way we can justify this sort of spending in this sort of environment?
Well, clearly, if the bank was spending its own money, then it's not my business and it's not Barney Frank's business.
But money is tangible, Dan.
Well, money is fungible, and that's what I was about to say. Because they stuck their snouts in the public trough, they asked for it. And so they're going to get hassled and nitpicked by politicians. Now, I'm someone who says that the last person I want to be making decisions on the financial system is Barney Frank. That's like giving an arsonist more matches and gasoline. But Northern Trust put itself in this situation by taking money that it didn't rightfully belong, that it shouldn't have.
Peter, you know, there are plenty of banks out there, including some of the banks that we had on in our previous segment, who took TARP money, who didn't need the TARP money. They took it because they did it as sort of a favor to the U.S. government. Is there a case to be made that some banks are strong, even if they took TARP money, that they're run well, and they should be able to do what they want with that money?
Well, I think, Melissa, the answer is basically yes, but in the new reality that we live in today, we have an economic meltdown upon us. The banks are intertwined in a financial system that is dependent upon each other. We are dependent upon the U.S. government, and I think we have to take a pragmatic approach to the U.S. to the reality of the situation. The fact is, with Northern Trust, is the question is, are they defensible? Do you spend X amount of $1 million on a golf tournament without being able to show to you and I, the American taxpayer, that they made $10 million off the investment if it was a $7 million investment? This is very basic economics. If they cannot show the risk-reward return from such an investment, they shouldn't do it. I don't care whether the government's invested or whether the government hasn't invested. But the fact is, the reality is that having invested, we are now the shareholders. And as you would expect from an institution such as ISS or CalPERS, that is an aggregation of shareholder funds that creates shareholder activism, we are acting effectively through the U.S. government. And I certainly agree with what Dan says.
Right.
Do we entrust the U.S. government in Congress to be able to manifestly manage our affairs via the regulatory principles? I don't know.
Dan, this seems like a big lesson to Congress. We are going to deploy another tranche of money out there. There are many other bailout programs underway. Is perhaps the biggest lesson learned from this initial round of TARP money is that there needs to be strings attached to all these billions of dollars that the government is handing out?
Well, I think the lesson should be to the financial institutions. If you take government money, there will be these strings, and you will have a bunch of incompetent politicians trying to micromanage your business. And to me, that's an argument for why these bailouts are the wrong idea. What the government should be doing is shutting down the insolvent institutions, paying off the depositors. We have deposit insurance. We have to hold the consumer harmless in this regime. But then let the healthy banks operate in a laissez-faire environment. And unfortunately, we're getting the federal government more involved in the financial sector, and we're going to have this sort of Argentinian-style crony capitalism. That's going to be terrible news in the long run for our competitiveness.
Argentinian crony style of capitalism, if I summarize that correctly. Peter, are we on that path?
That's a very broad brush statement. Dan, I have to take issue with the question of leaving it all to the FDIC, because if that were to occur, the FDIC would be out of business next week. As you know, it's underfunded at the moment. I think we have to take this. The understanding is that the financial network within our country, and indeed globally, is intertwined. as we have seen with the collapse of AIG and various others have brought down the rest of the market with it, particularly Lehman Brothers. We have to be pragmatic. The reality that we live in is interconnected. If banks or any other financial institutions cannot give a clear material view on the risks they face and be able to provide risk-reward explanations to not only the regulators but to you and I, shouldn't be allowed to happen. We have to change.
Okay.
If we're going to spend a couple of $100 billion in bailouts, just give it to the FDIC to shut down the insolvent banks.
Okay, that was our last thought there. Gentlemen, thanks so much for your time, Dan and
Melissa.
Peter. Well, what do you think? Should bank bashes like Northern Trust be banned for TARP takers? Email